and the knees will come out as wide as comfortable for you today. Hello, Veronica. And then from there, we're just gonna let the hips sink back. And then from here, find a bit of length in your body before you actually release yourself to the ground. So feel that extension through the spine and just let yourself then sink slowly to the ground. Now, understandably, it's the morning, so if the body is a bit tight, you can always place something underneath your forehead. You can always place something in between your hips and your foot. Otherwise, you can just let yourself just sink down to the ground, just logging out, closing those mental tabs, and just connecting with your life, feeling the contact of your body with the ground. Now, some of you are aware we started our journey through the chakras. So chakras are energetic center points. We have 7 of them in our body. Each specific energy point governs an organ and emotional function. So we worked through the root chakra last week, the Muladhara chakra, which connects our feet and legs. And now today we'll be working through the sacral chakra, the Swadhisthana chakra, located 3 to 4 inches below the navel and governs the hip area. This is linked to your sense of creativity and sensuality, and is linked to the water element. So from here, to establish your connection with that energy, to about 3 to 4 inches below the navel, start to draw some deep breaths in to your hip. Visualizing every breath traveling all the way down and back to your hip. From there, visualizing an orange lotus flower or a circle or an orb. Letting every breath feed this energy center. Feeling that expansion of the breath as you send the breath all the way down and then releasing from there. Beautiful. From here now, we're just going to come into a little movement, bringing fluidity into the hips. We're going to inhale, rise up into tabletop, drop the navel, broaden through the collarbone, lift the gaze, coming into cow, and then exhale, let the hips sink back, coming back into child's pose. Inhale, rise up, coming into cow, dropping the navel, broaden through the collarbone, lift the gaze, and then breathing out, let the hips descend back. Inhale, rise up. Drop the navel, broaden through the collarbone, lift the gaze, and then exhale, let the hips descend back. Now doing this at your own cadence, your own rhythm, feeling into the water-like element of the hips, opening up through the joints. Beautiful. On the next inhale, you're going to come into tabletop, hold here. You're going to exhale, tuck the toes, come into our first downward dog. So from here, feet about hip width distance apart. Maybe your heels don't come down, and that is okay. So just keep a bend in your knees. And just imagine your hands to be your feet. So you're spreading out through your hands, the fingers pushing into the ground. Feel that length in the arms, feel the hips lift up towards the sky. And then from here, just feel free to bend one knee at a time. Just shaking the hips out. Not thinking about whether you're doing this right or wrong. Allowing yourself to be childlike. Just exploring your body. Beautiful. From here, let's come back into a neutral position. And from here, we're going to inhale, push the hips back, find that length in the spine, and then slowly walk our feet up towards our hands. From here, let the toes connect, slight gap between ankles and heels, hands on shins. Inhale, halfway lift. So keeping that chin tucked, shoulder comes back. Feel yourself decompressing the spine as you lengthen through the crown, and then you allow the hips to lengthen backwards. And then from there, calling upon that rooting action that we worked on last week as you press the feet down, feel that contact. Take a nice long inhale here, and then exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Again, as this early morning, just make any little natural movements here that feel good. Not being rigid, but just letting yourself move. Opening up any little knots or tensions, just releasing anything that you can. So you may bend one leg at a time. You may even sway your head side to side. You can even grab opposite elbows and let your body sink down, but that puts a lot of pressure on the lower back, so it may be too early for that. So choose where you need to be. Beautiful. From here now, you're going to lift the toes through the four corners, root down into the ground. And then from here, inhale, slowly rise up. Keeping the body, the head lifeless, stacking the vertebrae upon each other. Head the last to come up. From here, let the toes come down. Feel the feet root down, legs strong. From here, you're going to bring both hands about 3 to 4 inches below the navel. Connecting with this energy center. Standing tall and straight. Close the eyes from here. And it's normal to sway one side to the other. Just try to find that balance. And from it, send that breath deep down to this energy center, feeling it rise up on the inhale. And as you exhale, feel it sink. And allowing your hands to rest at this point with affection and the respect that it deserves. This is the hub of creation. We tend to always look at this area with disgust and shame. From here, the affirmation we're going to be working with today is I am creation. So you're not separate from the play of creation as you have come from the divine itself, which gives you the power to create. So just repeat to yourself 3 times, I am creation. Beautiful. From here, to seal that in, we'll chant Om for 1 and really allow that chant to come deep from this center, almost feeling the vibration on your hands as you chant it. So from here, we'll take a deep inhale through the nose. Beautiful. From here, gently blink, open your eyes. From here, we're going to flow through some sun salutations, which are different from the normal ones that we do. So just keep your eye out on the cues, just listening to how we're going to move. From here, inhale, circle the arms up towards the sky, grow tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hold the breath, step or jump back to plank. Now coming into a first plank, let's hold here, pushing the ground away from you. So you're lifting up out of the shoulders. Feel the navel engaged, thighs are engaged. The hips are slightly lifting up so they're not sinking. The core is holding them in place. And here, just breathe, keeping it steady and slow. Beautiful. Take a nice long inhale here. Exhale, we're going to bring the knees down. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, keeping the elbows glued to the side. We're going to sink down to the mat. From here, let the toes descend back, tops of the feet flat, hands by the side of the ribs. Inhale, lift into your first cobra. And then exhale, sink down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, coming down to the ground. Inhale, rise up, hold here. Letting the shoulders relax and come down the back, elbows in. And from here, feel the hips root down into the ground. As you feel the hips root down into the ground, feel your heart leading forward. Take a nice long inhale here. Exhale, we're going to come into wide leg child's pose. So again, already feeling some openness, space that you're creating. Breathing deep into the hip area. From here, inhale, come into tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward dog. Take a nice long inhale here. And then exhale out the mouth. Beautiful. On the next inhale, push the hips back, find length in your spine. And then exhale, step forward. From there, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold into your legs. Rooting down through the feet, inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. From there, take a nice long inhale in. And then exhale out the mouth. We're now going to put that together, flowing through that, linking to that water element of movement. From here, inhale, circle the arms up to the sky, grow tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hold the breath, step or jump back to plank. Exhale, coming down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift the heart in Cobra, Upward Dog, your choice. Exhale, wide leg child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward dog. From here, inhale, push the hips back. Exhale, jump or step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold into your legs. Inhale, circle the arms up to the sky, grow tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Sigh out the mouth. Awesome. Inhale, circle the arms, grow tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Hold the breath, step or jump back to plank. From there, exhale, coming down. Inhale, cobra, upward dog, your choice. Exhale, we're going to come into wide leg child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward dog. Inhale, push the hips back. Exhale, step or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold into your legs. Inhale, circle the arms up to the sky, grow tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Draw a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Beautiful. From here, inhale, circle the arms, grow tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hold the breath. Step or jump back to plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, coming into wide leg child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, push the hips back. Exhale, step or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold into your legs. Inhale, circle the arms, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh out the mouth. One last time, feeding into that water element. Circle the arms, inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hold the breath, step or jump back to plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, wide leg child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward dog. Inhale, push the hips back. Exhale, jump or step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and release into your legs. Inhale, circle the arms up to the sky, grow tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Draw a breath deep into that energy center in the hips, and then exhale out the mouth from there. Just closing the eyes, just reconnecting here. Feeling the heat, the energy that's building up inside. Not staying absent from the whole practice, but being fully present to what's happening. Beautiful. From there, we're going to come into tree pose, Vrikshasana. So I'll face you guys. You guys can just stand where you are. So from here, bring weight and balance into the left foot, left leg. So feel the weight distributing and moving over. From here, you're going to bring that right foot to the inside of the lower part of the left leg or the upper, but not on the knee. Definitely not on the knee. And from there, using your right hand, try to push open very gently the inside of the right thigh, so you're getting that stretch on the inside of the muscle. From here, engage the glutes, feel that tailbone tuck in. And then from there, just bring that left hand to rest on that energy center below the navel. So you're breathing deep into this area. And find something you can stare at, what we call drishti point. When you can stare at something and focus on it, you'll find your balance. Now the hip itself is covered with 20 muscles. So it's so important to open up through these different layers. The more open we are in the hips, the more we allow ourselves to become mobile in life, but mentally as well. Beautiful. From there, gently release that right foot. Bring it slowly and mindfully back down to the ground. Feeling that weight now move. Feeling the right foot root down. Right leg is alive. From there, you're going to bring that left foot into the inside, either low, below, or up. Just not on your knee. And then from your left hand is to the inside of the left thigh, gently allowing it to open up.
Engage the glutes. Right hand to your sacral chakra. And breathe here. As we work through the hips today, you're going to be releasing a lot of stagnant energy. This is where we believe emotions end up being lodged. And emotions generally is energy in motion. And that energy in motion has been lodged and stored in this area that we need to now work through. So if you feel any emotions arising today, just release them, let them go. Still breathing long and deep into that energy center, visualizing that orange orb, that orange lotus flower. From here, gently release, bringing that left foot down to the ground. Just give your legs a gentle shake. And then if you're not already, come into the top of your mat, toes connect. And from here, inhale, circle the arms up towards the sky, grow tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back at a 45 degree. From here, inhale, rise into Warrior One, Virabhadrasana. Now from here, bring the hands to your hips and just notice how the right hip is back. It's not square and level with the left. So bring that right hip completely in line with the left. So imagine two headlights. Still pressing firmly into that right heel, right leg is strong in the ground. From here, see if you can engage the glutes slightly and feel that lift of the spine. Just feel that stability now in the hips. So you inhale, bring the arms up to the sky. So you're pressing down into the ground using your feet and extending up, stretching out through the fingertips to hand. And your hips are unifying both forces, the energy, the downward and the upward. And again here, letting that breath flow deep into the hip area. Take a nice long inhale here. Exhale, we're going to open up into Warrior Two. So find that heel to arch alignment. Left heel to right arch. Arms out, looking over the left fingertip. Letting the hips sink down. And even here now, if you bring your hands to your hip points, imagine it to be like a cauldron, a bowl that's spilling water. Can you lift the hip points, engaging the glutes in the back, finding that extra length? It's so important to learn how to move through the hips. Spiritually, it is seen as our bridge that allows us to connect to the material plane through the legs and the cosmic, the divine, through the upper torso. So feel that stability in your hips here. Again, rooting down for your feet and legs and extending out for your fingertips up through the spine. Beautiful. From here now, we're going to inhale, come into Peaceful Warrior, left hand up towards the sky, right hand to the right leg. Hold here, bending into that left knee, so the tendency to lift out. So can you let that left knee bend? Find that extension on the left side of the body. Breathe into this. Take one final inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the ground. Pivot the right foot so you're in that runner's lunge. From here now, you're going to swoosh that left foot over to the edge of the left side of the mat. bringing both hands to the inside. Now you're going to drop that right knee down to the ground, coming into lizard pose. So from here, you may be here and this is okay. Or you may even need a block to hold yourself up because there's just too much tightness. Find what works for you here. And for others, you may be able to drop down to your forearm. And you can always even lift the back knee if you want to go deeper. But remember, deeper doesn't always mean better. So listen to your body, honor where you need to be today. And visualizing, letting that breath travel all the way down to your hips. Not gripping in the face, not gripping anywhere. Beautiful. If you were down on your forearms, come up onto your hands. Bring energy into your right hand and arm. From there, you're going to bring the left hand to your left thigh, just coming into a gentle twist. So you're looking over your left shoulder, making sure that left shoulder is relaxed. And if you want to from here, and if it's available, you can always bring that right foot in and just pull it in with your left hand. But remember, if you can't grab that foot, what do? We accept, because this is a journey. And we will get there one day, if not today. But you're here on the mat, and that's the important thing. If you're bringing that right foot in, try to allow it to come into your glutes rather than pushing the hips and the glutes back. So you're inviting that stretch in the front of your right quad. From here, if you were grabbing your right foot, gently release it. We're going to bring that left hand back down now. And we're going to bring that left foot back into the center. Left hand to the outside. So we're back in that runner's lunge on the inhale. And then exhale, downward dog. From here now, inhale, push that hip back. Exhale, step or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the arms up to the sky, grow tall. Exhale, hands to heart. And again, just take a moment to observe the difference between the left leg and the right. The left side of the hip and the right. Beautiful. From here now, we're going to inhale, circle the arms up to the sky, grow tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step that left foot back at a 45 angle degree. When you're ready, inhale, rise into Warrior One, Virabhadrasana. And again, just bring your hands down, squaring those hips so the left and the right are exactly aligned with one another. And when you're ready, you can bring your hands up. Pushing into the ground, feeling into your presence, and extending up, finding your length that is available for you. Feeling the ribs lift out of the hips so you're creating as much space for those abdominal organs. Breathe here. Take a nice long inhale here. Exhale, open up into Warrior Two. So again, find that heel to arch alignment. Looking over your right fingertip. Left hand stretches back. And even here now, feel the space that you're creating, the space that you're owning. as this chakra is all about creativity, can you feel the length that you're creating in your body, the space? With every exhale, see if you can feel the hips descending towards the ground, even if it's an inch or two, feeling into new space that you're opening up through. From here now, we're going to inhale, reverse it to peaceful warrior. Right hand to the sky, left hand to the outside of the left leg. And again, bending into that right knee. Right arm lengthens up, feeling the opening in the right side of the ribs. Take one last inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to find yourself in that runner's lunge. From there, we're going to bring that right foot to the edge of the right side of the mat. Both hands to the inside for lizard pose. Let that left knee drop down. And again, choosing where you need to be today. Down on the forearms, or maybe on your hands, or maybe with a block. But being creative here in the pose. Not using brute force. But being artistic, listening to the body. What does it need? Do I need to use a prop? And that is okay if you need to, because your body is a prop. It is just a vehicle. The device allowed us to tap into our consciousness, to expand our consciousness. Beautiful. If you are down on your forearms, come up onto your hands and arms. From there, bring energy into that left hand and arm, strong in it. We're going to bring that right hand to the right side and just come into that gentle twist on this side as we look over the right shoulder. And then from here, if you'd like, you can bring that foot in, the left foot, squeezing it with your left hand, finding that stretch on the left quad. Keeping that breath flowing deep into the hip center. And then give it one last squeeze here. Gently release the foot if you grabbed it in. Bring that right hand down. We're going to bring that right foot to the inside, to the center, setting up for that runner's lunge. From there, inhale, lift that left knee. Exhale, step it back to downward dog. From there, inhale, push the hips back. Exhale, step or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale, circle the arms, grow tall. Exhale, hands to heart. From there, we're going to come into another balancing pose, King Dancer pose, Natarajasana. So from here, I'll show you from the side so you get a better angle. You're going to bring that left foot, left leg strong. So feel that left foot pressing down. From here, you're going to bring that right foot in towards your right glute. And you may be here, and that is okay. From here, you're just going to feel that right knee descending down. So you're getting that stretch on the front of your leg. And from here, you may lift your left hand, and you may just stay here. Or you come into that full expression by kicking that right foot out, back, in what we call King Dancer pose. Celebrating that dance, that energy of life, that creative energy that's just come forth to spring with all its different colors. From there, feel the heart lifting up and feel that right thigh stretching back. So there's those two opposing forces. And from that, you're creating the space for the hip. Take one last inhale here and then gently release. Bring that right foot down, strong through that foot and leg. Feel the weight distribute. From here again, we're going to fold that left foot in towards the left glutes. From here, you may stay here, and that is okay. Otherwise, we're going to come into King Dancer pose on this side. Bringing the right hand up, left foot kicks back. And don't just do the pose, create it. Create every pose using your mind, using your awareness. So fix your gaze and feel every corner of your body. That's how you balance it. And use your breath like a brush stroke. Feel it flowing in and out. So create your expression of the pose. It doesn't have to look like me at all. We all have different shapes and sizes of the body, and that is okay. We accept that. Give it one last inhale here, and then gently release. Beautiful. From here now, we're going to come into Swadhisthana stance, wide angle stance. So come to the width of your mat, whichever way allows you to look at me or however is comfortable for you. From here now, you're going to bring the heels in, toes point outward at a 45 angle degree, setting up for goddess pose. So from here, inhale, circle the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to your heart, bend through your knees. And then inhale, circle the arms, straighten the legs up. Exhale, hands to heart, bend the knees. Inhale, circle the arms, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the knees, hands to heart. Now let's hold here in goddess pose. From here, feel the inside of your leg muscles engage, pushing the knees out. Tuck the tailbone, so feel the activation of the glutes. And seeing with every exhale, if you can sit deeper, honoring this goddess energy within all of us, feminine energy that inspires creativity. And breathe. Feeling into what you're creating here, the space, the mobility. Beautiful. From here now, inhale, straighten the legs, hands up towards the sky. That should feel really good right now. Exhale, hands to heart. From here now, you're gonna bring the toes in, slightly pigeon-toe them. Finding that width that is comfortable for you, rooting down through the feet and legs. Inhale, circle the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Really pressing down into your feet. Feel the inner arch lift up. Strong for your legs. If you need to bend your knees, feel free to. If there's any pain or discomfort. Try not to round your back. Try to keep the spine as straight as possible. You don't want to compress the diaphragm. You still want to breathe in. From here now, we're going to inhale, come into a halfway lift. Now for this next pose, try to contain your excitement. We're coming into frog pose. For this, you're going to bend the knees, let them come down to the ground. From there, you're going to bring the feet out to the side so they're in line with the knee. And then now choose how wide you can have your knees apart from each other. Now this is going to cause a lot of new sensations to arise in us. But just be with this deep opener, finding what suits you. From there, sending that breath deep down into that hip area, the pelvis. Just feeling into the release from the inside of your thighs. And here, if you're gripping this tension in the face, release it. If you feel to swear at me in your mind, you can do that. I remember when I first did this pose, there was all sorts of things going through my mind because we're not used to opening up like this. So if it's too much, you can always bring the knees in a bit closer. Don't aim to get to the destination, just enjoy the journey. And we take step by step, any little modifications, adjustments, and we honor that. Beautiful. From here now, if you were down on your forearms, you can come back up onto your hands and arms. From here, we're going to bring the toes in, and we're just going to sit back into wide leg child's pose. So you may feel that you have more mobility, more width to explore now. Just coming back to that pose we were in from the beginning. Just breathing into the hip area. Coming back to that visualization. Just coming back to recall if there's something creative that you left behind in life that you can pick up again, something that allows you to express yourself. Beautiful. From here now, bring the hands close to your head. Gonna inhale, slowly lift up. We're just gonna move the legs out to the side. At this point of time, windscreen wiper movements may feel good. So if you just want to move your knees one side to the other, at this time, it's pretty normal to feel like an old person working through the hips. So if you feel clicks and pops, they're completely normal. Beautiful. From here now, we're going to bring the legs out straight in front of us. From here, you're going to keep that left leg straight. And now you're going to bring that right foot over the left leg. So it's going to wrap around, coming into what we call half shoelace pose. So the right leg bends and the foot comes over. Now you may not be able to do that. You may be here, and that is okay because we don't really allow ourselves to stretch for the outside of our hip muscles. So from here, feel that left heel dig into the ground, toes flex back. And from it, inhale, circle the arms up towards the sky, lift the ribs out of the hips, and then fold forward. From here, we're killing two birds with one stone. We're stretching deep into the left hamstring, but we're also stretching the outside of our right hip. Again, try not to apply force. Try to let yourself be passive here, letting the fold happen from the hip, not rounding through the spine and bringing the shoulders forward, but keeping the shoulders down, straight through the spine. A lot of people say they want to be flexible when they come to the mat, and physically you will get flexible if you practice. That is a given. But we're here to actually work on mental flexibility. How open can I keep my mind? Still feeling the breath, not losing your connection with your real teacher, which is the breath. Beautiful. From here now, we're going to inhale, slowly rise up. We're going to bring that right foot to the outside of the left leg. We're going to hug the right thigh in with our left arm. Right hand comes behind us. And from here, you're going to first find that length in the spine, and then exhale and twist, looking over your right shoulder. Still keeping that left heel digging into the ground, toes flex back so you're long through that leg. Give it one last squeeze here. Turn the gaze, then the body. From here now, you're going to bring that right foot out straight in front of you. You're going to bring that left foot up and over. So now the left knee rests above the right knee. Keeping that right heel digging into the ground, toes flex back. Inhale, circle the arms up towards the sky, find that length. Exhale, fold forward. With every inhale, keep inviting length in your spine, so you're not curling forward. Or just lengthening up and letting the fold happen from the hip. Sometimes when I work with the chakra people, they say they're not interested in the creativity because they feel they're not creative. But we have to understand and remember that our thoughts are seeds of creativity. As long as you think, you are creative, because your thoughts create your perception of reality, your experience of reality. So this isn't just about painting, writing songs or poetry. It's about being creative with your thoughts as well. Beautiful. From there, slowly rise up. We're going to keep that left foot to the outside of that right knee. Hug the left thigh in using the right arm. Left hand behind you to the sacrum. Inhale, find length here. And then peel, twist. Feeling your navel coming into the inside of the left thigh. Even now here, can you choose? Exercise that power of choice to choose a positive thought, a healthy thought to nourish you here. Right now, just recall a thought of something that is good about yourself. We tend to just think about our physical diet, the food we eat, but we need to think about our mental diet. What do I feed myself? Do I motivate myself? Do I inspire myself? Beautiful. So may give it one last squeeze. Slowly release. From here now, we're going to slowly come down on our back. Taking your time. Bringing the feet in close towards your hips. Setting up for bridge pose. So from here, rooting the feet down into the ground. You're going to inhale, lift the hips up towards the sky. From here, if you'd like, you can bring the hands underneath, rolling the shoulders, interlacing the fingers. Or if you want, and if that's not available, you can grab the outside of your mat to find more height to lift your hips. But keeping the knees, the legs parallel to one another, not splaying out. But imagine them like two train tracks. And breathing deep into the belly and out of the belly here. If you want from here to go deeper, you can always lift up the heels coming onto your toes, getting a deeper back bend head. Give it one last inhale here, and then slowly bring the spine back to the ground, feeling that contact. Beautiful. One last pose before we come into Shavasana, happy baby. So for this, you're going to bring the feet out up to the sky. And from here, you're going to grab the outside of the feet. If that's not available for you, you grab the back of the hamstrings. The important thing here is you don't lift your shoulders up. Your shoulders stay flat. Your head is on the mat. So from here, choose. If you can grab the outside of your foot, great. If you can't, great. And you just grab the back of your hamstring. And you're still getting that same stretch as you pull the knees in towards your armpit. Keeping the breath flowing in and out of this energy center. And even here, just taking the time to notice that new space, that openness in the hip area. From here, now gently release, bring the knees in towards your chest, roll side to side, massaging the back, the spine, being gentle here. And then when you're ready from here, setting up for Shavasana, your final resting pose. Bringing the feet out wide, palms out wide in a sense of surrender. Letting the shoulders come down and away from the ears. From there, just bring your whole focus and attention down to your hips. No doubt you'll probably be feeling all sorts of different sensations that are unique to you. But just keep breathing into this area, visualizing that orange lotus flower. Just letting go of any muscle engagement here. Seeing where you can release any bit of grip to just sink into the ground. From there, we're going to take 3 cleansing breaths in, breathing deeply in through the nose, and just sigh out the mouth. Draw that deep breath in through the nose, and then release out the mouth. One last time, breathe deeply in through the nose, and then out the mouth. Exhale, release, and feel yourself sink. Allowing yourself to just be in stillness, held here in time and space. From there, very gently bring some awareness back into your body, introducing very light and gentle movement into the fingers, the toes, moving the head side to side, getting a nice massage in the back of the head. And then from there, bringing the feet together, pointing the toes down, arms come above, giving yourself a nice long stretch. And rolling over onto your favorite side. From here, taking the time, eyes closed, coming up into a comfortable seated position. Bring the hands in Anjali Mudra in front of the heart. Reestablishing that connection with the breath, sending it deep down into the pelvis. Almost feel it touching the ground beneath you. Keeping with those long inhales and exhales. From here now we'll close the practice with a chant of 3 Oms, followed by 3 Shanti. To begin, take a deep inhale in through the nose. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May there be love and peace in the heart of all living beings. Thank you for being here to share this journey with me. Thank you, William. Thank you, Shauna.